The Atlantic slave trade, Portugal exported 5.6 million slaves out of Africa. Great Britain, 3.25 million. France, 1.3 million. Spain, 1.1 million. The Netherlands, 550,000. And into the USA exported 305,000 slaves. Exported. That's about 4 to 5% of the entire African slave trade. How is it that we in the United States of America are still dealing with slavery? How is it that that monkey is still on our backs? Why are we still dealing with all of these issues that have to deal? What is the difference? By the way, Portugal, 5.6 million slaves. They should be made to apologize for slavery every single day. But nobody's saying anything about Portugal, are they? But they're us, 4 to 5% in the United States. What is the one difference between what happened in those states and what happened in America? There is a difference. There is a difference. I'm going to share it with you right now. In 1691, Governor of Virginia wrote this law. It said, "Whatsoever English or other white man or woman being free shall intermarry with a Negro, mulatto, or Indian man or woman, bond or free, shall within 3 months after such a marriage be banished and removed from this dominion forever." 1691. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the first anti-miscegenation law that divides people by the color of their skin. 1691. That is the creation of the Colorline in North America. 1691. It did not cross the Atlantic and go into Europe. It didn't go into the West Indies or the Caribbean. It didn't go into South America. It existed only in the colonies, enacted by a British governor. Pure control, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say before? They were mixing freely. See that word mulatto in the law? 1691. When you pass a law, there's 2 reasons to do it: to control things or to release control. The word mulatto in that law in 1691 tells you what?
That they were ready to marry.
That there were enough of them to control.
Right.
There were enough of them that the governor felt he needed control that population too, which meant that before this law was passed, they were mixing freely. And it took an aristocrat to pass a law to divide people and to, by the way, weaken them. It's because the combined forces of those people that were mixing freely, blacks and whites and Indians, were more than these people could handle, so they instituted divide and conquer. As I said, this is an anti-miscegenation law. Does anybody know how long, or actually, when did this law, this kind of a law, become unconstitutional in the United States of America? Please let me know, anybody. I heard 64. I will give you a hint. The following year, guess who's coming to dinner came out? The year I was born, 1967. That's 275 years of a color line. 275 years with the possibility to pass these laws to separate people by the color of their skin. Eventually became punishable by going to jail for marrying. You think these people continued to marry? Sure they did. What did they do? They ran away. They left. They went into Maryland, right? Continued. What do you think Maryland did? Passed the same law, and so on and so forth. So it became a solid law that you could not come together black and white. Not because the people didn't want to come together, but because the aristocrats didn't want them to come together to weaken their forces. It's all about control, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about control. To weaken their forces. It's all about control, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about control.